Hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I wanted to upload this metaphysical moment just to keep the momentum going in terms of uploading on my channel. It's been a busy few weeks. Obviously, I have no idea when you'll be listening to this, but I'm trying to upload every week if I possibly can. I just thought for this metaphysical moment, let's call it, I would share something with you that does come up from time to time when people are working with their desires, trying to understand what it means when you are aware of something you suddenly want to express in your life or want to experience. How do we know when these are desires that have been divinely impressed upon us? Well, the bottom line is everything is divine rather, ultimately. And I'm not going to go into semantics here, but just to say, yes, we can say that everything comes from God and therefore everything is educative. But when it comes to what I refer to as desires, or what we know as desires in a metaphysical context, we're talking about those sensations, that awareness of achieving or objectifying or realizing something that's going to take your life further or higher, lift you up, expand your spiritual awareness, make you more aware of your capabilities, or inspire you to explore your capabilities, your ability to take full control, to exercise full mastery in a loving way over your lived experience. Now, when it comes to these desires, the core characteristic, the main thing that really tells you that this is what you are dealing with, is a feeling of expansion. And when it comes to everything else, all of the educative experiences we have in a human context, those feel more contracting in the beginning. And they are no less experiences for you to use your imagination consciously and lovingly on your own behalf or on the behalf of someone else. But when it's something that we are looking at through a human lens, it's always going to feel contracted. And when we are aware that we are operating through our divinity, it's going to feel expansive. The main reason for that is because on the human side, we apply logic and reason to the things we want to achieve. And if it's something that seems out of reach, suddenly there'll be a list as long as the day telling us all the reasons why we can't have it. And automatically our minds start scrambling and we're trying to think of solutions. Or how am I going to do that? I don't have the resources or the connections or the ability or the talent or whatever it might be. And that's how the human mind works. And that's why it feels contracted when we are thinking about our ambitions and so on. But when it is divine, our divinity knows that all things are possible, and that's why we feel expanded. My encouragement to us all is to, whenever we find ourselves contracted, to stop, take a breath, try to relax, remember to smile, and set aside what we're thinking about, take our attention off it completely, and then come back to it later. And just go into how wonderful it would be if this thing were a reality in your life right now. Remember that when it comes to the divinity, it is feeling led. So our feelings produce thoughts in our minds, and those thoughts inspire our actions. When it's when we're doing things just in a human context or using our human aspect or faculties, we think first about what can or cannot be done, and then that will typically produce a feeling of contraction. So if you want to use something like a meditation to remind yourself that all things are divine, remember to connect to God. The easiest way is to be relaxed for a few minutes and to start to remind yourself about all of the things you enjoy about yourself, you appreciate, you admire, and most importantly, love about yourself. So if you find that you are too caught up in a contracted way of thinking, let's say, simply reconnect to your divinity through telling yourself how much you love yourself. That's going to hit the reset button and allow you to switch to thinking about your desires through I don't just want to say mechanism, but through your divinity, and it will instantly feel better. It's not a very long or drawn out process. For those of you who might not be familiar, you're encouraged to sit down or lay down Close your eyes if you need to, smile gently, and start to breathe deeply inward and outward, in through your nose for at least 4 breaths and out through your mouth until you feel your body starting to relax. If you have your own technique for deep relaxation, certainly use that. And in a relaxed state, this is just to help you hit the reset button. Just start to love yourself, appreciate yourself. Sometimes we can be extremely hard on ourselves and forget the things about us that are good. But I guarantee you, as you start to think about the things about you that you really enjoy, that you know are good, irrespective of what anyone has to say, if you start to focus on those things, you reconnect to God. I'm just going to put it in that very straightforward way. You reconnect to God, you hit the reset button, and once you feel yourself expanded, you can start to engage through your divinity with your desire, and it will instantly feel different. You will be inspired. You will feel courageous when it comes to making new connections with different people. All manner of things will happen. I'm not going to prescribe a list of outcomes or phenomena that's going to tell you that you're on the right track, but your feeling will be the thing that guides and directs you. So do give it a try. If you find that you are slightly stumped when it comes to your desires, hit the reset button and reapproach it through the lens of your divinity. Do share your own insights with me in the comments, with each other. I do love reading your comments, and I really appreciate you being here. If you are not subscribed already, please do consider doing so. It's my desire to grow the channel with content that is edifying and useful and practical and every good thing. And I thank you for spending this time with me. The next upload, which should come in about a week or so, will be a guided meditation. So I do hope you will join me for that. Thank you again for listening. And until we are together again, stay phenomenally you.